I'll at least get started, and I may do a dot 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 at the end. But if I have t squared sine of 2t from 0 to 2 pi on 1d dt, then I would use u is equal to t squared, and dv is sine of 2t dt. Then du becomes 2t dt, and v is the integral of this, so it's actually going to be the integral of sine, which is negative cosine,
The first one, then you do the second one.
and then I've got to have a 1/2 to correct for the chain rule.
That would be cool.
That's all you need to do.
Okay, but when you, by the way, when you do this, then the next formula that you get has an integral in it that's got a t times a cosine of 2t. So you're going to have to do integration by parts one more time on that one.
Okay.
So you actually, when I write it down, I get negative t squared over 2 cosine of 2t minus the integral of a negative 1/2 cosine of 2t times 2t dt. So this minus and this minus make plus, this 2 cancels with this 2, and so what I end up with is a t squared over 2 cosine of 2t, I left off the 0 to 2 pi part, plus the integral of t cosine of 2t dt. And so now because I can't just integrate this directly, I would use integration by parts again.
So what do you mean you can't?
Well, I can't, because I've got a function of t times a function of t.
Oh, okay.
The only way you can handle that is either by substitution or by integration by parts.
You just do it again.
So I'm just going to do it again. And I noticed that I went from a t squared down to a t, so things got simpler. That t's going to go away if I let u be t. du becomes dt. And your dv, cosine of 2t dt, which makes your v 1/2 sine.
Did you pull the 1/2?
Should be negative 1.
This 1/2 here,
Scratch that.
and this 2,
Got it. Okay, cancel.
this 2 came from the du,
Got it.
canceled. And then I had a minus, and then I had a minus 1/2, so minus and minus became a plus.
Everything lags, so I haven't seen that you've done that yet.
On the shared notebook that you.
Yes.
That link will still work after we leave class today, so you can open that up. I don't know if I can go ahead at this point. I haven't done it yet. I should have. I can plug in the 2 pi and the 0, right? So negative 2 pi.
Now on the test, are you gonna say use this method to get this? It makes it a whole lot easier.
I know, maybe too easy, but I'm going to do it this time that way. Minus makes plus, and then that's 0, so it's actually just going. So now this guy is application of uv, so t over 2 sine of 2t minus the integral, and this is still 0 to 2 pi, minus v du, so integral of 1/2 sine of 2t dt from 0 to 2 pi. This is from 0 to 2 pi. By the way, cosine of 4 pi, 1. Because that's the same thing as cosine of 2 pi, which is the same thing as cosine of 0, which is 1. So I have negative 2 pi squared over 2 plus, now I'm going to plug in the limits on this one and have 2 pi over 2 sine of 2 times 2 pi minus, then plugging in 0, I'm going to get 0. By the way, this is also 0. Sine of 4 pi is 0. Minus, and now I got to take the integral of this, which is going to be 1/4 plus cosine of 2t. From 0 to 2 pi. Something seems fishy here. Nope, I'm good. Well,
I think it's crazy that you can just sit there and look at it and be like, something's not right.
well, I'm looking ahead and I'm plugging in 2 pi into this. I'm getting cosine of 4 pi, so I'm getting a 1, but it's not canceling out anywhere, and it doesn't match the answer I gave you.
Cosine of 0 is 1.
Because this right here is negative 2 pi squared, because that's a negative out front, 4 pi squared on top over 2, which gives me negative 2 pi squared. I got 0 here, I got 0 here. Oh, because the 0. Okay, I got it. We're good. Fine. All right, plug in the 2 pi. Are you? I mean, did I lose you somewhere? I took the integral of this. Integral of sine is cosine, but then I've got to include an extra 1/2 to account for the chain rule in here, right? So if I were to take the derivative of cosine to get sine, I would then have to multiply by 2. So that's why I put an extra 1/2 in there. So now plus 1/4 cosine of 2 times 2 pi minus 1/4 cosine of 2 times 0. So cosine of 4 pi
Should be 1.
is 1. Cosine of 0
1.
same reasoning. 1/4 minus the 4th then is
0.
0. So the answer is and done. Step by step by step.